Hello everyone. There is not a single day in contemporary world politics without a drama. Yeah, we got a political story that makes the House of Cards looks dumb. James Comey, the guy who used to run the mighty FBI, just pled not guilty to the charges of lying to the Congress. This is one of those stories that starts normal, a case, a courtroom, lawyers. Then by the third episode, you realize you're watching The Weep, directed by the Joker. So Comey shows up in Virginia with his wife, his daughter, and his son-in-law, who by the way used to work as federal prosecutors until the Trump administration fired them. Man, the family dinner that night must have been so awkward. So how was your work, darling? Oh, you indicted my father? Anyway, the case is about Comey allegedly lying in 2020 during a Senate hearing when he was asked if he ever authorized anyone at the FBI to leak information to the media. And of course, he said no. And boom, 5 years later, Trump's DOJ decided, hey, that answer was a felony. Now, you would expect a federal case like this to move slowly, right? A long investigation, a lot of internal memos. But interestingly, in this case, Trump just speedran the whole damn process. He pressured the Attorney General. He even fired the previous prosecutors for refusing to charge Comey and replaced that position with one of his lawyers, Lindsey Halligan, who had never prosecuted a federal case before. And boom, within a week, Comey was indicted. And as a good employee, Lindsey Halligan rushes to charge Comey before the statute of limitations expire. Other lawyers in her office warned her multiple times that there isn't much evidence against Comey in this case. But hey, that didn't matter to her. She gotta meet the deadline set by you-know-who. Like ordering a DoorDash before the lunch hour expires. Anyways, Comey's lawyers are calling this indictment a politically motivated hit job. They are arguing about two particular things. One, this is a vindictive prosecution, and the second, Lindsey Halligan's appointment is illegal. And the second one is what actually interesting, because if the judge agrees that the Halligan's appointment is in fact illegal, then the whole damn case might disappear like a Snapchat message. But here's the thing, once a temporary position like Attorney General expires, the court should be the one to decide who fills the position next, not the president or his administration. I guess that's the federal law, so the argument of Comey's team might have an upper hand here. And if this motion lands, then the indictment dies. And since the statute of limitation is already expired, they can't refile it. And then this case will be closed, maybe forever. But the bigger issue is that this entire case looks like the Justice Department turned into a weapon. Trump literally went on his social media, called out Comey and told his Attorney General to charge him. That's not a coincidence, that's a point of power in authoritarianism. And it's not just Comey. Trump wanted Letitia James and Adam Schiff to be investigated as well. He's kind of turning indictments into a Yelp review. And oh, the judge who was assigned to this case, Michael Nachmanoff, is a judge who was appointed during the Joe Biden administration. He is an epitome of don't lose your temper. He's a calm and a measured man. And within hours of being assigned to this Comey case, Trump literally called him a crooked Joe Biden appointed judge. Well, of course, it's Trump. I think at this point, Trump's insult generator is kind of running 24/7. And interestingly, Nachmanoff is exactly the kind of judge you want on a case like this. He is a former public defender. He won a Supreme Court case about sentencing fairness, and he is known for running a no-nonsense courtroom. I mean, name me a better judge than this man. Okay, but what is Comey actually got accused of? During a 2020 Senate hearing, Senator Ted Cruz asked Comey if he had authorized anyone to leak information about Russia or Clinton investigations to the press, and Comey said no. But the Republicans later pointed a 2018 Inspector General report that said Andrew McCabe, Comey's deputy, claimed that he had permission from Comey to leak information to the media. So yeah, perjury by association. 2 counts, false statements and obstruction. This is the entire case. But since it was filed at the absolute last second of a 5-year deadline, Comey's defense team argued that this is in fact a vindictive prosecution. It's like saying, hey, you only charged me because I criticized your president? And it's not just Comey. The DOJ's independence is on a life support. If every time someone criticizes the president, some charges against them magically appear, that's not justice. That's like living in a banana republic. But yeah, just to be clear, plenty of people don't like Comey. He's been sitting duck since 2016. The Hillary Clinton emails, Russia, Trump's firing. This guy lived more scandals than a Netflix true crime documentary. But if every administration just could pick their enemies, slap them with some charges, and call it a due process, that's not law enforcement at all. That's just creative bullying with the power of a administration. And if this case actually goes to trial, it will be scheduled for January 5th, and it will probably last 3 to 4 days. And the rest of us will be sitting here staring at a legal system that's been auditioning for a political reality show. Man, this whole saga feels like a sequel nobody asked for. Like, we already seen Comey versus Trump, the firing, Comey versus Trump, the book deal, and now Comey versus Trump, the courtroom edition. At this rate, by 2028, we will get Comey vs. Trump, the musical, sponsored by the Truth Social. Anyways, that's about it. See you on the next one. Peace out.